Hey viewers, Hexcraft here. Before we get started, I need to point something out. The footage for Lunar Empress Lux might look a little off. That's because I had to have a friend help me record it, because I couldn't get my hands on Lunar Empress Lux. One of the issues with PvE is that some of the skins aren't available, most of them being the holiday event skins. So unfortunately, to get this video out, I had to record it over Discord while they were on their account. So it looks a little off, but still there, and that's mostly all I need to talk about there. But now to the main topic. Lux, one of League of Legends' oldest champions, I think. She can be the biggest pain in your ass on your team and against your team, because Lux is one of those champions that if they're on your team, they can't send a Q to save their lives, or anyone's life for the matter of that fact. But if they're on the enemy team, that fucker can snipe you across the map with that ult. So yeah, let's talk about her skins and really find out how good the old holds up, seeing as the old is pretty old, and also, dear God, there's so fucking many of them. But yeah, let's get started on this.
A double rainbow is a phenomenon of optics that displays a spectrum of light.
It's okay, honestly. Again, it's one of the skins that technically Riot updated, but to be fair, that update was long ago. The visuals of her spells, however, hold up way better than anything else. They're very clean, they're very nice, and they reflect all of the fact that her powers are basically light. So yeah, it looks good, it looks clean. However, the skin itself is Riot has shown in many arts, cinematics and such, Lux can look a lot better model-wise. And I really do hope at some point, Lux does get a proper visual update. Of course, there are other champions that need it way more than Lux, but for this one, I feel like she needs it still. She's old. But frankly, I'd have to give this a 4. Mainly because, compared to her other cheap skins, base Lux doesn't hold up that well. Again, like I said, I think she needs to be like Ahri and get a visual update. Although, I will admit, there are probably other champions that need that visual update before her though, badly.
A double rainbow is a phenomenon of optics that displays a spectrum of light.
Now, I'll be honest, I like Sorcerer Lux. It's an okay skin, it's good, and it does give more of a fantasy mage feel than base Lux. Again, it still has that old shine to it, being that it's practically just bright blue, and I do like to crack the joke that if you look at the shoulder pad she has, yeah, she looks like an ultramarine, but you know, it's an okay skin, and granted, I'd say it is better than base Lux. So yeah, I get a 5.
A double rainbow is a phenomenon of optics that displays a spectrum of light.
From bright blue to there's blue? Spellthief Lux is a okay skin. Again, like Sorceress Lux, it's just okay. I wouldn't rank this as a great, amazing skin. I just say it's okay for a cheap skin. And again, better than base, but I do have one major gripe. If it wasn't for her magic staff, looking at the skin from the back, it looks like an Ezreal skin. It just doesn't feel right, the outfit, you know? But again, it's an okay skin, and again, it's better than base. I should know, I use this skin on my main account, because this is the only one I got, for free. So yeah, I think it's worth it. I get a 5, better than base.
I cannot move.
Oh my Christ, Commando, the Commando skin line just sucks. Let's be real. Commando skins, I don't really know anyone who says Commando is their favorite skin for a champion. And honestly, for Lux, somehow she has the better of the Commandos. Granted, her outfit looks like a mix of Doom Guy and a 40k Guardsman, which is funny because I assumed Garen would be the one I'd make all these comments towards. Probably still though, but her weapon technically is a double-sided flamethrower staff, which is pretty neat, but this skin is And yeah, honestly, one of the things that holds the skin back, I'd say also, is the fact that it's still the same visual effects as every other cheap Lux skin. I feel like this one needed its own effects, and maybe be better. I gotta give it a 4.
A double rainbow is a phenomenon of optics that displays a spectrum of light.
Oh, god damn these skins. By the name alone, I thought I'd be making another 40k joke, but honestly, by the look of her weapon, yeah. And also, the red's bright as hell, but that brown on her outfit just seems so off. I don't know, it's just me, or it just doesn't feel right, you know? Like, it's just too pale. Either the red needs to be like a darker red, or the brown might need to be a darker brown, but again, it's a cheap skin, you get what you get, same visual effects and all, but again, I say 4.
A double rainbow is a phenomenon of optics that displays a spectrum of light.
The worst Lux skin ever. which is funny because this is the Lux that technically has her own visual effects. However, though, these are cheap visual effects. And you're probably thinking, what do I mean by cheap? Well, it's the same effect as normal Lux, just with a blue electric glow to it. Don't believe me? Well, you notice when she roots someone, it's the same rainbow root as base Lux, or how the shield effect literally is the same shield effect around Lux, and the projectile you throw for the shield is the same thing, except a little bit of lightning around it. Yeah, these early effects were just the same effects, just with some blue sparks added on. It's a bad skin in my opinion, which is funny because again, Lux has probably the best Commando, but she has the worst Steel Legion. I gotta give this a 3, which I think is the lowest I've given a skin. Alright, now we're getting into some real skins, ones that actually have good visual effects and are pretty good, honestly. Bad news, however, is I realized that I've already covered 6 skins out of 17. Let's get through this still. Star Guardian. Honestly, it's okay. Being the first Star Guardian, it still holds up pretty well, and again, it looks nice. Granted, yes, the other Star Guardians have better skins here and there, but to be fair, at the time of making this skin, I don't think Riot was gonna make, more Star Guardians. I think their idea was just Lux and done, but now we've had, 3 groups of Star Guardians now? And to be fair, that last batch wasn't really that good. Yeah, Star Guardian Lux is a good skin. I give it a 6. It's better than the previous skins we've seen, but it's still, another $30 skin. And as I mentioned in the Udyr video, Elementalist Lux, in my opinion, is probably one of the best skins Riot's made. It's pretty incredible. Again, the visuals are clean. The effects are nice. Base form, it really feels like some cool ass light magic is being cast. And it's just a really nice skin. And again, 10 skins in one. That's the major selling point for this. It's not just one skin, it's technically 10. Yeah, to those who don't know, Elementalist Lux has 10 forms. You start out in light form, you get to pick water, fire, air, or nature, and then depending on what combo you make, you can get ice, storm, magma, mystic, or dark. And again, it's really cool. It's really nice, and there's still a problem with it. Yeah, when it comes to the other ultimate skins, 2 I believe can just change at will. Ezreal changes per level up of his ult, and again, Udyr's just every ability, or when you get 4 points into ability. Elementalist Lux, however, you cast spells that hit enemies, and you get points in a gauge, almost like Kayn. However, the big problem with that is, it doesn't count if you hit multiple enemies with the same spell. It doesn't matter if you hit 4 enemies with your E, it still counts as 1 point. And you need 100 points to get your first level of your special form. Meaning, late game you'll be in your final form, but there's a chance you might not get to that final form with how fast league games go nowadays. Because you have to cast and land 100 spells. You have to land and hit 200 spells. I give this skin a 9. I can't, with good intentions, give it a 10. I wish I could. This one's gonna be really quick because it's the same visuals as Star Guardian. It's just the model's different. And in all honesty, I give it a 7. Yeah, I know I'm ranking Pajama Guardian higher than Star Guardian, but that's because it's cuter, It's more adorable. Again, you used to see a lot of people wearing Star Guardian, but you might see more people nowadays in Pajama Guardian. And plus, if you've owned Star Guardian, I'm pretty sure you get a discount actually on Pajama Guardian. So, yeah. Sorry to the Star Guardian skin players, but Pajama Guardian's better.
A double rainbow is a phenomenon of optics that displays a spectrum of light.
Now, this skin gets a lot of bad rep, and people always wonder why, because it's not that bad of a skin. Granted, again, it's not one of the great skins, but it's not that bad. I think the reason people hate this skin, however, is because when it came out, it felt like it was Riot pushing another Lux skin in our face. But it's not that bad, but at the same time as well, there are better. Hell, there are technically better Chinese New Year skins. So yeah, I gotta give this one a 6. Again, it's not as bad as people think it is, but there's still better Lux skins. For the model of this skin, I think it's okay. Where it really shines, in my opinion, is the visual effects and the small details they have. Because for mostly every Lux skin, it's some kind of orb or, thick object that she throws their Q. For this skin, she throws a ring, which you get trapped and bound in a ring effect, which I think is clever. The little orb for your E, again, it's one of the few times where we start seeing the animations for those, and you see the orb start to expand and grow. It's pretty cool. And of course, if you pay attention, which in-game most of the time, you probably don't pay attention to it, but when she ults, Lux has a different animation depending on the skin sometimes. And for this one, well, the blast is basically a yellow Kamehameha, and she snaps her finger. It's so insulting to know this fact, and it's so great. I actually enjoy this skin, and I'm gonna have to give it a 7. I think this is our first prestige skin, actually. And yeah, it is better. Granted, her look is but keep in mind, prestige skin just means a different color and different color effects. Well, nowadays, prestige skins are almost a completely different model entirely, but this was one of the older prestige skins. But again, we're back to rainbow effects a bit. And honestly, with the new animations that this skin has, plus the rainbow-esque effects, I do prefer this skin over her base version. And also, her ult just looks more beefy. I gotta give this an 8. Oh, and before we move on, I want to point out her ult, the actual laser of it, it kind of reminds me of the laser from the Smash Bros. Ultimate original trailer, the one that, obliterates the Smash Bros. Characters, and I just find that funny. Honestly, again, this is where we start seeing Lux with a lot more visual effects and a lot more beef to them. Because again, she's a black hole. You land that Q, it feels like it's a black hole under you. You land that E and you see that black hole expand and start devouring the terrain. And again, it's just a lot of beautiful effects. I give it an 8. It's high up there, and it's really nice. Alright, some people are gonna say, Hex, they're the exact same skin, why are you separating them? But there are details in both skins that, in my opinion, separate them very well. There's enough detail in both that I feel like they both need to be judged separate. And in honesty, I kinda like Cosmic more, where Dark Cosmic feels more like that aggressive, throws her ult every few seconds at a laner trying to snipe kill them. Cosmic has those calming color blue. It feels relaxed. Even though she's throwing death at me via stars, it's still a calming, beautiful visual. Granted, I don't feel calm when fighting her, but still, it looks nice. I like it more, but I would not put it on the same tier as Elementalist, so I'm gonna have to give it an 8. But then again, both skins are really good. And again, I'm pretty sure if you get one, the second one is discounted. So, colorful, fun, quirky, okay. Honestly, the Space Crew skins are pretty cool, but Lux is Again, at this point, she had so many nice skins that Space Crew just feels Granted, again, it looks nice. It looks cool. I won't give it any disrespect in saying it's bad, but again, it just has those, kind of bland feeling to it. It might be the fact that when it comes to Lux, adding discos and spacey jelly kind of effects every other skin has doesn't really fit her. but again, it's not bad. I give it a 6. Now, when Porcelain came out, I thought, like many people, doesn't she already have a Chinese New Year skin? But then I looked past that and realized Porcelain's way better than Lunar Empress Lux. Porcelain is a really nice skin, actually. Porcelain skins each have a Chinese zodiac tied to them, and Porcelain Lux is the rabbit. Fun fact as well, though, she also has visual effect showing the moon in her Porcelain and Prestige variant, because it's also representing the Chinese goddess of the moon. And it's a pretty nice skin because I'm a mythology nerd and I like that shit. But also, cute little bunny effect on the E, and you throw a bunny with your Q. Like, come on. Granted, the flower of her ultimate, I don't really know where that comes from fully, and she still does the weird, bends body effect when she ults, but again, this is a nice skin. I gotta give it a 7. And where Porcelain was nice, Prestige Porcelain is really nice. And again, as I mentioned, it has visuals that show Goddess of the Moon. However, instead of the baby blue effects, it has that gold and I'd say a bit of champagne pink to it. And it's really nice. And again, like the previous Prestige skin, her ultimate looks like it hurts more than normal. I gotta give this a 8. Beautiful skin. And again, Prestige skins like this and the Battle Academy should be going through the rotation of the Mythic shop sooner or later. So keep an eye out for those.
A double rainbow is a phenomenon of optics that displays a spectrum of light.
I'll be completely honest. Every time I read this skin line's name, I mispronounce it. But at the same time, I want to call it Star Nemesis Mark II because, again, the dark, spacey effects mixed with neon rainbow, which still makes me wonder why they didn't just go with the Neon Inferno name like they originally had, but Riot be Riot. Granted, the spell effects are beautiful. Out of all the other, this skin line, Lux does have some of the nicer visual effects. However, she looks so basic and dull compared to the others. Heck, compared to her other skins even. And again, this is new. As in, at the time of this recording, not even on live servers. Heck, I think at the time I publish this video, she won't be on live servers. And honestly, if you like it, go for it. Because again, it still has some okay, good visual effects. However, as I've mentioned before, there are other skins that Lux has already about the same price that are better. Because I'm giving this a 6. And with that, we did it. All 17 of Lux's skins, including the Prestige and the ones that technically are just recolorings, skinnings. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like. And again, comment down below if you have a champ you want to see. I'll try to do them. For November, I have some ideas for champions, but I don't want to set anything in stone just in case. So hope you enjoyed again, and I'll see you around. Bye-bye.